who's just now being able to come to the meeting. This is Bob Thompson.
Come back.
We'll come back.
Like I say, they look familiar, but then a lot of people look familiar. I don't remember who they are anymore.
Everybody looks the same.
No.
with a mask on.
Yeah, everybody looks the same.
Yeah.
And Donna's new.
You've been here before.
Yeah, but that's-
So it looks like you got it.
That's what years ago.
Yeah. My wife, Donna.
All right, while we're doing the business part, the next meeting in June will be on the 2nd. First, we're sticking with our first Wednesday. We have no conflict in July. 4th of July is on the weekend and we're away from that. So I think we're good for the first Wednesday, the rest of the year. We can put that on their calendars. I think we're planning right now for July to be an auction. I know we put out a newsletter, I think, if you had lots to bring them in, if not next month, for some people who otherwise make arrangements with Skip, that they don't necessarily deliver him all the lots ahead of time, but they get here that night. As long as he knows about it, then you can plan for that and put the information out. Pick up Ralph. We'll take him. He's late, but we'll let him go on the list. That's all right. If he wins, though, he can't have it. Oh.
Hey, Ralph.
How you doing tonight?
Okay.
So anyway, if you'd like to turn lots in for the auction, if you would, bring them up, at least the information to Skip or see Skip and make whatever arrangements you need to with him. So we're not too much scrambling around that night in July.
Good. I can do the program June 2nd.
You can do, fantastic, you're on. I take anything. I'm not fussy. You're gonna be on stamps or something?
Is that tonight?
It's even nicer if we're on stamps, but I'll take anything you got.
Yes, it's on stamp.
Thank you, okay. Hey, I enjoyed your talk on the incident in Minnesota. That was interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, he's always interested.
Yeah. Okay, the program tonight was to be clean out your closet. And for those who haven't done that in the past, the way it works is, you bring your stuff, you put a price on it, and after about 15 minutes, we knock 10% off the price, and we keep doing that. And if at some point you don't want it to sell for that price, just take it back, no problem. If someone's really interested, you can negotiate with them. This is not, fussy between two people. You got it. That will start after the business meeting finishes. We'll start that timing part. I know some people looking already. That's good. If anybody is here who's here regularly, is interested, we really could use a librarian here to kind of help watch the books going in and out. But talk to me at some point if you're interested. It's kind of a little hard for me to do that and this and a couple other things. And I thank Ken for that, but we have a couple more open meetings, specifically August and September, that have no programs right now. October, November, December, we have a set programs with hopefully a picnic in October, and we usually do a mixed pick in November. I know that's good still. In December, we'll try to have a party this year. Okay, how about offices? Treasurer, Judy, always like to start with the money.
Oh, I'm sorry. We took it last trip.
I admit to nothing.
Where did you go? At least tell us about it.
Nope, nope, nope.
We went to this meeting. No. There's 13,300.
More than we know what to do with at the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we take it.
So, we're up to date on our bills.
Yes.
Room's all taken care of. There was some confusion about paying for the room.
Yeah.
We're all squared away. The room has been reserved for the rest of this year, I know, and standing as long as we want it, I believe, what I got this morning when I talked to them. All right, Mr. Secretary, do you have any particular reports?
We have 90 members, 90 paid members. No changes now in the past couple months.
And you
Right.
made Janet pay.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about how we have got all that.
She's.
But I had credited her. She had said she was going to pay. There were a couple other people that said they were going to pay. So I credited them
She
with
had my
paying,
money the whole.
but they had. So I'm- yeah.
I'll gladly pay you next Tuesday for that hamburger today. Is that the deal?
Exactly. Yay, I'm glad somebody remembers
Wimpy,
Wimpy.
you gotta be a certain age. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have anything on sales books? I know you already.
We have APS books, this month. They got sent and then sent back for some reason. And, I contacted APS last Thursday and said, gee, I haven't gotten them yet. He said, well, I sent them on the 20th. And then I got another email about 15 minutes later and said, oops, I found them. For some reason they came back here. So anyway, he said they'll go out today and I got them Monday. So he expedited the thing. So.
Okay, so we have a set of books for,
We've got a set of books there. There's been no change in our club books since last summer, I
we hadn't
guess.
met since November and I don't know what took place since
But
the club
Jeff has
books.
submitted me a couple of books
Okay,
that'll be available next month. One's worldwide and what's the other one, Jeff? Back of the book.
back of the book.
So, ducks, yeah. So,
Anybody, everybody in the club should know, anybody is welcome to take a book, fill it out, bring in, give it to Skip, and then members get to look at it. And some of the books go to Granbury and other places on occasion, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so it gets a little bit of circulation.
Dave Stockbridge is our assistant sales manager, so I am legal in letting him take the books or some of the books, whatever he chooses, down to Granbury.
All righty. Next I have Expo. It's early, but Ralph's had several meetings and maybe he'd bring us up to date, please.
Yes, we had an expo meeting in person, expo planning meeting. We were well attended. We accomplished quite a few things that are in our checklist for having the expo execute efficiently on November. Any of you who were planning on staying at the Comfort Inn, they have continued our $89 rate, which they've done for year after year after year. That's way under market and it's a great deal. So if we're looking forward to continuing to patronize them as a good place. Otherwise, we're in good shape with the convention center. We're looking into whether or not the post office can have a kiosk there or not. There any things that any of the other officers of the expo want to raise?
Managed to get all three judges, so it was actually easy squeezy, whatever. It's the same three guys that should have been here last year. They all agreed to come. So we have Patrick Walters, who did come in a sort of judging position informally, and then Dr. Stephen Washburn, who is out of Philadelphia, and Colin Frazier, who's out of Woodstock, New York. They'll all be here. Dr. Stephen Washburn just said that he was going in for sort of a chemo type thing here, so hopefully everything will be okay by the time this rolls around late. So again, we got judges in the age where stuff happens, and need to keep an eye out on a potential alternate just in case, like say Jay Stotts out of Houston or somebody that can come here quickly from a semi-local location. We'll see. We should have three good judges. They've all been here before. Washburn was here several years ago, and so was Colin Frazier. So Washburn is also an FIP accredited judge, so he does do international judging as well. And he is also a chief judge, along with Pat. So I don't know. I'll have to figure out which of the two is going to get the job this time. So it was Pat last time. I'll probably shoot for Stephen, and I did ask him to see about talking about the 10-minute type thing at the awards banquet, and somewhere along the lines of, given COVID, perhaps, how is COVID change collecting, future of collecting, collaborating, that kind of stuff. Something that's a relevant topic for the time. So we'll see what comes up.
Thank you. Yes, great.
Yeah, if anybody is thinking about exhibiting, don't forget to let me know earlier so that we don't give away all the frames and not have some vendors show if they want to. So just don't have to do anything formal. Just let me know that you're thinking about 3 frames, 5, 1, whatever.
Yeah, we're paying the judges. I won't say real well, but we're paying them a stipend to be here. We need something for them to do. So exhibits are the answer, right? Those who haven't, like me, try something. We'll try a 1-page to do something, I guess. Are we having any special 1-page frame type thing we've done in the past? A couple of times?
Yeah, we've generally been having 1 page, 4 page, just to get you started and see what it's like and then learn a little bit about the exhibiting.
We also have a theme of country Western wear and or a cowboy theme, but and that's not the Dallas Cowboys. So if you have anything that fits within that niche, and it's a pretty broad space, please consider exhibiting in that area.
But I think we're gonna have a special 1 or 4-page prize. If
they're in the
that's what
category.
Theme,
Right.
show theme as a 1 and 4-page, of course, separate from any other 1 and 4-page, which will get their own.
Yeah.
I got 1 frame.
There's plenty of opportunities out there. To get your hand in and learn the thing. And we have a number of people, Peter and Ben and Ray, who are longtime exhibitors, can give you plenty of advice. Stan, so forth, who've been in the business for years and I don't know the ins and outs. If you don't know where to start, how to do it, please see one of them. Thank you. And we will have an awards dinner. We haven't figured out the menu and stuff like that, but I will take care of that in plenty of time. We got plenty of time to figure that out. Anybody else on Expo?
You been emailing publicity?
Yeah, I'm working on
Okay, I'll talk to you after.
Peter, you have something, anything?
Whatever free ads we can get wherever and 1 page, 1 that links. That's the stuff maybe distribute flyers closer to the show, like the post office, libraries, whatever.
Yeah, for those who weren't there, Expo did reasonably well last year considering the circumstances. I mean, we had good round of dealers, a lot of new ones. They were, number of new ones were very happy with it, wanted to come back. Tom isn't here tonight, but I know he started in on the dealers and he's got his list and he expects no trouble filling the hall up. Yes.
Well, from what I read, our show was only 2 shows really at that time of year. Last year, and the other one was a national level show in St. Louis, and from what I read, they had less dealers than we did, they had less attendance than we were, and that's a 3-day national show, so I'd like to think we did pretty well.
Yeah, we did. Kudos to Ralph and a couple of the other people who stepped up and pushed through. All right, Peter, newsletter, anything particular other than get the articles in?
Yep, that's about it. Plenty of vendor done that, waiting in the wings and other stuff waiting today. I found the stamp on the APS books. And thought, hey, that's it. So,
Yeah, we have our
somebody got to
star
reach into my back stuff.
contributor here.
And
Okay.
Bob, of course, has sent something already, so. And I think submitted an article and, I don't know, that's it so far.
All right, that's fine. The deadline is what, about 2 weeks from now?
I always try to keep it around the Friday after, Friday of the week that we have the yours meeting. That way I can finish it up on the weekend and try to get it out.
2 weeks.
Okay, 3rd week, good. Does anybody else have any announcements of a business type? Yes.
Yeah, the ULIS meeting will be in person.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sorry,
We
Ralph.
we sent an email out, but I guess it went through the cracks, so I'm sorry, Ralph.
And-
So low attendance, huh?
Yeah, and south of the border will be the place to be.
A question about the
Okay,
Scott's catalogs. You know what the 2022s are coming out? Or 2020?
we opted a couple of years ago because of the usage level and the cost of them to purchase a full set Every other year. So this would be the don't purchase year for the full set.
Okay, someone needs to get back with the dealer because the dealer called me and asked if we were purchasing.
Ricky did?
Yes, Ricky called.
Okay.
And apparently someone had told him last year at the show that we were purchasing ones and claimed that they were acting on behalf of the general chairperson, which it was not a.
No, because that wouldn't be an expo function. That would be a
Correct.
club function and usually felt to the librarian or to myself like we. I had told them at the last one that we were going to just buy every other year for those couple of reasons and see how that went.
Well, the description of the person that he had talked to doesn't match up. Someone with a handlebar mustache.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Okay, I'm out, can't tell.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Announcement or question?
Yeah, the Granbury meeting will be a virtual meeting this month on the fourth Tuesday. Rick, you remember the day? That is whatever the
No, I
fourth
don't.
Tuesday this month is, at 7 o'clock. However, starting in June, we will resume in-person meetings at the Bentwater Activity Center in Granbury. We're all invited to come, just as you were invited before. We have the center reserved from June through November. We don't hold a meeting in December because we're each meeting here. And I'm reasonably assured that we'll have it for the following year. Our costs for having that place is $50 a year. Wow. Plus $75 for cleanup fee,
Which hopefully rolls over from year to year.
which rolls over from year to year. We're set.
It's a nice little drive down there. It's a nice little drive down there.
Yeah.
Just kind of avoid the tornadoes on the way.
We will
Good.
start our meeting in June. Peter, I'll give you an article telling you where that meets. We are looking for programs. just like
Yeah.
Rick.
We're always hungry for programs. That's true.
I'm gonna say, and I can give you an exact figure of what's in the checking account as
Oh.
of today. $13,396.
396. Okay.
I just had to come
We have a
across-
big Christmas party this year.
Yes, we are. gonna.
And also for the
Why don't we do a
program,
stimulus check for everybody?
Yeah.
Ooh, that does sound like good.
Looking like a government employee. Yeah, okay.
Wait a minute, I'm not with that political party that spends other people's money.
sure you are, all of them do it.
They all do, right?
Hey, Rich,
Yeah, Rick.
I do have a large library of videos available. So if we're stuck for a program sometime, we can always show video, like we've been doing it on Zoom pretty
Yeah.
regularly with mixed results, but
That's not enough incentive for some people to step up and give programs. I don't know what is. I remember watching some of the APS slideshows. It was like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Ray. Okay, well, August or September, just let me know. Do you have a topic offhand we can put in the newsletter? Ken, for next-
Stamps.
Stamps. Make a note of that, Peter. Thank you.
Yes,
Smart.
Tesla Swain,
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Tesla Swain.
Czechoslovakia.
engraver.
Okay. All right, okay. Engraver. Okay, got it. Thank you. At the announcements. All right, I guess we show and tell. We'll speak at once. We're gonna get something of interest. Yeah, that was my thought. My main hobby outside of this is trains and train-related things, and I've been buying some things on eBay, and so you get packages. And you get some interesting ones. This was, I thought these were flat rate boxes, and somebody put 15 forever stamps on it. I was gonna say they did a lot of licking, but I realized they probably still stick them and I'd lick them. But Then they threw in the 95 cents over here, I guess, to make the postage. I don't know, whatever it was. It was interesting. And somebody along the line, the post office very nicely black market all the stamps. So kind of like,
Yeah.
That's a $15 box.
yeah, I don't, this, I think it came out to like $9.66 if you count up the 55 stamp plus the 95. So anyway, it's interesting. They had a lot of extra stamps around the house. It's all the same one. It's not like a mix like you said.
Yeah.
Mayflower, right? Yeah. Any, oh, you saw it. Anybody else? We'll start with Stan, please.
Yeah, since it's been a year, I've got an accumulation of Netherlands and Sweden and England of stuff I bought off of eBay. The envelopes are free, so just please come take a look and take whatever you want. I'll leave them here.
Anybody coming along here? Right?
1962, all of the launches going now were done by countries. But Deke Slate got together with some guys and created an organization called Space Services America. And this is the meter on a stamp for the first commercial launch attempt in the United States. So take a look at it. Not of interest to too many of us other master philatelists, but that's
How many of astrophilatelists collectors are?
A lot.
No, that you know.
Right now, we're down to about 260 organized. But we were at 500. It'll peak back up to 500 once we start planning on moving here. That's a hobby that.
Okay, a little cyclical based on what the program's doing.
Based on the activities, what's going on, we pick up a lot of people.
Did you get to say that he covers the Mars? Then they wouldn't come back probably, right?
I sent them up to get the Mars launched and the Mars drone, yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Anybody else on my left side, this side? Anybody else have something to tell? No, on the back? Peter, I know I can.
Well, if you look at any priority mail package like the one you have, there's a barcode on it that is, I guess, the stock number internally. So when they scan that, up comes whatever price, is supposed to go with that item. But here's a priority mail item, it's not, well, I guess it's kind of an envelope. It's clear plastic film. It does actually, it says the U.S. Postal Service, even has one of their PS stock numbers on it, but it's not like something you'll find sitting around the lobby of the post office. So this is used, I've got several of these. These are used to mail annual reports for stocks and those proxy votes and those kind of matters. So they wrap them in here, postage paid, but it's just, if you're collecting, this kind of stuff, this is not something you see often unless you own stock in some company. So I thought that was kind of interesting, not just a paying priority mail, but this is a specific type of priority mail container or envelope or whatever you want to call that. Sure, it's machined as far as putting it together. And somewhere here in January, I got this postcard from the Isle of Man Postal Service. Surprised they still have my name on it. I haven't bought anything from them in like 30 years. But at first I thought, oh, cool, there's a triangular stamp at the corner. But it's actually a postage paid imprint of a stamp in the corner, even though they are talking about selling triangular year of the ox stamps. I thought it was kind of interesting because at first glance, from a distance, it looks like a stamp. It's even got a printed postmark on it, but it does say postage paid a little wide underneath. So I don't know. It's basically just a permanent imprint, really. But some people may like it. It's almost postal stationery. Last thing I have here is the U.S. selling catalog that comes out. You had the Star Wars Droid stamps that got issued yesterday. And it said that they were issuing these amongst other things as a press sheet without die cuts. So cool. And, go online, on the 4th and order them. I even went online at like 1 a.m. on the 4th. Nothing shows up other than the regular sheet, which was listed as discontinued on their website. It's like not even continued to begin with. So later in the morning, I called up, there was it 1-800-STAMP-24, whatever number that you used to call to order them, by phone through the postal service, in the caves. over there in Missouri, and the answering, service or whatever said, oh, due to COVID, we're not taking phone orders. I go, what? And it's not online either, so how are we supposed to order these? Somewhere, if you listen way at the very end of the message, they, like a minute later, they give some other 888 or 866 or some number that you then can call, and after like 30 minutes on hold, I said, well, I'd like to order some. I know there's a limit of 5, I only want like 3 of these, but they're $88 for a press sheet. Said, no, we sold those out this morning in 45 minutes flat. That's pretty narrow. So how few did they have, or how many dealers told other collectors to call, or I just didn't call at the right time at 10 or 11 in the morning. But it makes it really hard to get them. So on a better note, I was able to buy the stamps at the post office, like only 2 issues out of 10 this year that they actually had on time on the day they were issued. And I was lucky enough to get the deck card. So I took the most iconic of the stamps, which features the R2D2 robot, and I used that one along with a first day cancel, the official first day cancel, which is wherever, California, I think, but which was a virtual one anyway. But at least I have a first day canceled one. How many of these are going to exist? Right? Most of the people don't want to give you these because they do something nefarious with it. Or they're like, well, we can't sell them, but we can throw them away. It's like, okay, but I luckily buttered up my post office sorts, whatever, enough to let them, not throw these away and give them to you hopefully on the day that they're issued, so I can, get an instant collectible out of it. That's all I have. If anybody needs empty envelopes for the Jennies, I do probably a couple $1,000 of these postage over the years. If you read the newsletter, I thought I put it in there. Last time I bought a bundle of 10 or 12 of these, and I do use them. I mean, yes, of course, secretly I'm hoping to win the lottery, right? When it comes to these, because there's still like 50 sheets or more outstanding supposedly. So when I got 10 of these, I noticed, all of these envelopes are kind of basically printed in black on white envelope. But I saw 2 envelopes in that pile that had the stamp actually in a light carmine color, not black, like the rest of them print text, but in a different color. I don't have that one here with me. These are the ones that's going to toss them. But even if you look here, like these 2, there is a slight shade difference, although this one almost maybe slightly greenish color, but the ones I have are actually red, which is really unusual. So they must have had multiple printings of these envelopes that they used. I don't think anybody's ever mentioned that before. Not that it makes it worthwhile. First I thought, ooh, maybe that's a secret telltale sign of a, right side up play, but it wasn't. It was still both upside down. But you gotta hope, right? So anybody wants them, even then I end up with a lot of things that look like this at the end. I do sometimes use up entire sheets. Priority mail can easily cost me $12, so it's not hard for me to use these things up. Anybody wants them, take some, or I'll leave them in the black bin over there.
Got it. Thank you, Pete. Anybody else coming down? Ken, you look like you had, want to say something?
During COVID.
Hearing what?
How I spent my COVID vacation, yeah.
During COVID, I cranked out Romance Now.
Just one book?
Yeah.
I thought you could have given these 2 down this year.
And I just happen to have only one left.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got one of them first.
On one of our Zoom meetings, I did a little show and tell about this, but I wanted to explain a little more. This is a very unique thing, I guess. I put this on a Facebook stamp selling site, and they kicked it off because they said it's not stamps. But in 2000, the post office issued this Legends of Baseball. They were going to issue it. And what they did is they sent out to various areas of the country these brochures that were pertaining to a team that was in that area, like Florida teams, New York teams, Houston Astros, and so on. So if a person wanted to collect, it was impossible to collect them all. And there's 30 teams. There's only 28 of these because 2 of the teams were Canadian. They aren't going to buy US stamps, so the post office is. So anyway,
But John Hockler and some collectors got together and asked for everybody that in your area to gather these up at the post office where they were out on display and send them in. And they put together 100 sets that were awarded by a lottery, only one application per person. So I went around and got all my friends, I probably had 8 or 10 people to send in, and one of them got awarded this set. This is a set of one of 100 of these baseball brochures. And I've decided I'm gonna part with these because I'm reducing, I'm selling everything out. So I'm open to the best offer. I don't know how much the price. How can you price something like that? 1 out of 100.
What year were these done?
This was 2001 is when the lottery was done. That came out July, the sheet come out July of 2000, baseball.
A lot of stuff got overshadowed.
I'll give you $1 for
Yeah,
them. Hey, could be.
probably
best offer.
wouldn't pay what you want, but you could put them in the club auction. Did you have something, Ralph?
I have,
Yes, sir.
I have 2 items that are both postal history items. This one has a cancellation that's used, it's a registered packing receipt. The cancellation is Salt Lake C and Silver C. It is technically an RPO, except that this cancellation isn't in the RPO book. It may be being added as an errata, but it's 1897, which is a pretty early cancellation. And just very interesting piece of postal history.
Yeah.
Started that way. This other one is also an RPO. It, however, is a steamboat RPO. Now, there were a number of steamboats that were used as part of the rail system to aid in delivering mail. But getting cancellations that are about the steamboat piece of an RPO route is not common. So
Does that have a steamboat cancel on or a steamboat marking on it?
it doesn't have a steamboat cancel. However, this particular RPO cancel was only used on the steamboat.
Ah,
So if you just were looking through a box, you wouldn't find steamboat, you'd have to
You
know
have to know.
what to cancel. Oh, okay. So most people would not have a clue and would just,
No, but if you're going through a box of cards, or for that matter, covers, you see a crisp RPO cancellation, unless they want a small fortune, they're never worth less than $5. And some of them are worth hundreds. So it's worth, if it's in a bargain box of some kind or another, or only want $1 for it, it's certainly worth the risk. And if you want it expertise afterwards, just bring it to me. I have the materials to check it out.
anybody? Chip, you have something? Does anybody have anything else for the general business? Stan?
Yeah, I've got Mid-City Stamp Club stamps, light blocks mainly, over there in the corner, 40% of face. And also I have another box of 1920s, 1930s, 1940s stamps. I'm selling them for face because they're only good for postage. All proceeds will go to the club.
All right, are we ready? I'm ready.
Hi, we're ready.
I don't have, Judy, do you have
Yes,
the,
yes, yes. I
All right.
have it.
but I've got the list. Want me to handle the list or do you want?
No, you can handle the list.
We're first meeting you back after 6 months, we're doing well.
Oh, we got 21.
All right, then,
20,
we
okay.
usually give out 4, so we'll give out 8 to catch up on last year.
Okay.
Are we using 1 to 21 then?
1 to 21.
Okay. Donna is a guest here. Would you pick a number between 1 and 21? It's the first price one.
18.
18, I heard.
18 is Karen Cartier.
All right.
Karen, could you give us another number then, please? 6.
Judy Christmas.
Ah,
Fix is in.
okay, okay. Number 1.
Number 1 is Bob Weedman.
All right.
That's
right.
See, just wrong table.
You're up for a number.
Okay, how about 14?
14.
Hang on, let me find it. There it is. Cy. How do you pronounce your last name? Okay.
Size good.
Close enough.
I joined at Expo.
Well, welcome. I didn't recognize visitors earlier, my bad.
He's been a member for a while.
Didn't recognize visitors either, so I'm slipping.
He's been on our Zoom meetings
Sorry
pretty
about that.
regularly.
All right, if we get another number?
1 to 21.
15.
Which one?
15.
15.
1 5.
15 is Ralph Ford.
All right. Again, would you hand it?
Thank you, sir. Ralph, we still need another number. Let's go with 3.
Rich Hildebrand.
Thank you. There was a reason I came. Oh, 3. What? We got 21's a high number. 17.
17. Dave Stockbridge.
All right, Dave. I have another one that I.
You need one more, right?
One more.
Okay.
That went in my purse, I'm sorry.
20.
20.
Andy Lacko.
Okay, down the end of the table
There
there.
you go.
All right, I think that's all of them.
All right.
Okay, some of the show and tells I see still going around. All right, it's a quarter of. We'll officially say the Clean Out Your Closet sale is on. Visit, we haven't seen one of them in quite a while, in most cases. Look at all of the great stuff people are trying to get rid of. Thank you for coming. See you in person on June 2nd. June 2nd, I believe, hopefully.
I didn't know if you'd want that one or not.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you stayed awake for the whole meeting. Congratulations.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you.
Who's taking care of the board? Peter goes on.
Rick,
tell he's really.
I've got something.
He is. It's his thing.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm sort of taking care of it. You returning or?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I will.
I'd like to take one.
Sure. Okay, let's go find it. Yeah, let's go over and see what's there.
Hey, John, can you hear everything okay? You're muted, so I can't hear you.
Everything's perfect, and I got your email this morning, and I've already done some work and put
I
together.
can't hear you,
package.
John. Sorry.
Oh,
Can't hear you, man. Sorry.
hold on.
I know it's not your fault, it's mine.
Oh, no. Oh,
This is from. He said this was something.
Yes, yes.
I still gotta iron out these problems here, John, so, I'm running this on an iPad, so I can't hear anything.
well, I got an idea.
Follow that.
Okay. That's what that is.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, once it's.
All right, I'm done. I can bring it to you.
John, I think we're pretty much done here, so.
No problem. I was trying to call you. I'll leave you a voicemail message.
Hello?
You're perfect. You're definitely 21st century.
Everything coming through okay? I mean, was the sound coming through okay?
On the phone, it's perfect. I couldn't pick up your phone, but then it dawned on me that you're so far advanced. I actually do Zoom with 3 different states, and you're progressing faster than most. And I thought I saw your number right on my phone. I said, I'll just call Rick. This will work perfect.
Thank you very much.
Okay, John.
Well, I wanted to tell you, thanks for your email. I'll have a package with 15 copies with my thoughts out to you this week.
Okay, John, I appreciate it, man.
Don't be ridiculous. I tell you, and Carl Wildman is delighted with you giving him this exposure. So he really wanted me to put together some thoughts for you when I send the book songs to you.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna have to get off here, John. I appreciate it. Appreciate you logging in.
No problem. Talk to you
All right.
later.
All right, John. Bye-bye.